So the creator of Claude Code just released his workflow of how he used Claude Code, and he says that you need to be using sub agents in Claude. And so I'm looking up what it is. I think I'm gonna try to set this up. Sub agents basically are like specialized agents that you can set to do specific tasks that you commonly do, and you can spin them off. They have their own context window, which is super important, and they work isolated from your main chat thread. So the main key benefit of that is that they have their own context windows, so you won't pollute the main context window with this extra data, this extra task that you're trying to do. So think about like a code review where it would go out and reach for some other data. It would look over the whole project. It might do some other things, but it won't affect the output and the output degradation by having a large context window because it has its own. And it also can just work in isolation, have different access to different things and stuff like that. And supposedly it can help you save tokens. I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, I think it makes sense when it can keep the context window down in each chat, but then having multiple chats could increase the token. So I'm not sure, but it does make sense that it possibly could decrease your token usage. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to set one up. So in Claude Code, what you do is go to agents, see, create new agent. I'm gonna create it on the personal level for everything, generate with Claude. And I'm gonna copy something that I wanted to do over. I want it to be a code reviewer and describe what this agent should do. So to generate an agent from description. So since this is a code review agent, I'm gonna make it be a read-only tool because it doesn't need to write any code. But no, I mean, maybe it should write code. Yeah, I'm actually gonna give it access to all. So this is a code review agent. I could make it read-only. I think I'm gonna let it be able to make changes. Yeah, I'm gonna give it access to all tools for now and then just change it later. This is super important. I'm gonna put it on Opus. And you can choose a background color for the agent. That's kind of cool. So what would I want a code review agent to be? I'm gonna make it yellow. I'm gonna go with what's recommended here. It's called why can't I change the name? So Unstaged changes reviewers what it named it. So cool. It's gonna put it inside of my global location. So it's gonna work for everything that I work on, every project. Put it in this memory here. So everything's pretty local. So I guess you could say that's a project level or a local level. Okay, so press S or enter to save. All right, now I have this agent down here. Okay, cool. I know I keep moving the camera out the way, but that's okay. So that's cool. So I can press escape to go back. Now I'm here. And I think I have some unstaged changes. So the only weird thing is like, I wonder if I can just like trigger this off just by doing like unstaged. Yeah, like why can't I just trigger it off like that? So I gotta, these are agent configurations. Why can't I just run the agent? View agent, edit agent, delete. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I can't. Oh, so it really fleshed this out based off what I put. It gave it a lot more notes than I actually put in there. I put in a tiny note and it put all these notes in here, which is pretty cool. So you're letting AI sort of flesh out the agent for you, which is kind of cool. But I actually want to run it and see. I think really I just need to say run unstaged code review. I'm typing with one hand. I think I have some unstaged change. Yeah, so I think that orange is the one I selected. Yeah, so you see unstaged code reviewer. So this would be separate from my main chat. It wouldn't pollute the context. And supposedly it would use less tokens because as your conversation grows, your context grows, every new ask you put in there it has to use that context, and it creates more token usage. It creates polluted, I wouldn't say polluted, but it creates such a large context window that it can start to degrade your output because your AI has so much to do and so much to review, and it just uses more tokens. So this is supposedly the advantage, to give it an isolated window. It makes sense for some things, probably doesn't make sense for other things. But I'm just trying it out. So we'll see how well it goes. Yeah, so yeah, it's looking at my unstaged changes. I got some junk in here. But yeah, I'm just waiting on it, I guess. I think it's a pretty cool optimization. I don't know. I mean, it'd be cool if Claude would just do stuff like this on its own, that you wouldn't have to set up all these different agents. But I guess it makes sense if you want more fine-tuned control over your token usage, over your context windows. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having that option. So it seems pretty nice to me to set up, things like code reviewers, things like, I don't know, agents to push stuff in so that you get your main work done, and these things that you do over and over, you're going to do for every task. You have a separate agent that doesn't need the full context to just do those things for you. So yeah, pretty cool. Let me know what y'all think.